Okay, I think I'm good. Now let's just see that it's actually live. Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream. I hope everybody is doing really well and that things are working the way they're supposed to be. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to see how the sound is first of all, because it's always a little bit scary trying to go live in VR. Oh, the thing's upside down. Does it work? First of all, because it's always a little bit scary. We do have video game music, which is important. Without that, then it's kind of hard to enjoy what is happening and the spoops and all that. So that is working. My voice is working. Let me turn up the game a little bit more, and I'll turn my headphones down a little bit. And I will mute my microphone so I don't hear myself. That should add to the whole immersion of everything. And that's pretty much it. I think we're pretty much ready to go. So I'm hoping this sounds okay. But hello everybody, welcome to another live stream. We're going to be playing some Resident Evil in VR. So that is why I am standing. Things are a little bit messy, but that is to be expected. Dontavis, hello, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And I hope life is treating you okay. Right when you turn off your PC. Sorry, WeWin. I wasn't supposed to start this late, but with Alana moving really soon, we used to have a Costco membership and we needed to go cancel that. And I wanted to make sure I grabbed like toilet paper and stuff before we canceled it, so that way I could have toilet paper for a while, so I wouldn't have to worry about it for a while. And then, you know, I slept in because it was a really late night last night. And so with all that, it was a very, very late start today. So I apologize. I didn't mean for it to be this late, but it is, and I can't do much about it. The one thing that seems like I'm having issues with, I'm not hearing the text-to-speech, and I should be. Should be hearing the text-to-speech. So what are you set to, text-to-speech? Restream, you're set to sample. Routing, do I have samples? I do not. Now I have samples. Okay, so now it should work. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm really sore today. So Dontavis, this is the really, really dumb thing about this PSVR. In the original PSVR, you used to be able to actually see the chat on screen. You just had to stream from your console. But they got rid of that feature with the PSVR 2. So now the only way I can see chat is by hearing it. But I can only do that with Restream on Twitch and YouTube. I can't do it on TikTok. So once the headset goes on, you won't be able to talk to me. And you'll actually see it once I go into the gameplay. I have a sign above me that says, you know, can't hear chat. If you want to chat with me, go to the red or blue or red or purple. And that's the only way I can actually hear chat, because PlayStation decided we didn't need to hear chat if we were live, or see chat if we were live. We needed to just hear it. Which, like, it's fine, but I multi-stream and I can't do that on here, so it's the only way I can do it, really. But it seems to not be working. It is, Vincent. Resident Evil is amazing. Resident Evil is such a good game. Why is it not playing in my ears? It should be. Samples are all the way up. Does it... If I text over here, will it say it in my ears? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Test. Oh, wrong keyboard. Test. No, it's not text-to-speeching. It's not text-to-speeching. Why aren't you text-to-speeching? Maybe it's because it's still open, maybe? Hey, Merle, how are you? How are you? Test. Why is it not... Thank you, WeWin. I'm not getting text-to-speech. What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on here? Ah, okay, Scrappy Guy. I'm gonna call you Scrappy Guy just because it's gonna be very hard for me to remember who's who. But I appreciate you making the move, but for some reason I'm not getting text-to-speech, and I should be. Should be getting text-to-speech. Let me try just swapping it over and bringing it back. So what if I go to, like, System... Ah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so okay, you can't hear that, right? You can't hear the text-to-speech because it started working now, so I think we're good. Everything for dummy mommy, exactly. So I haven't played Resident Evil 4 Remake yet. I was actually waiting for the PSVR release. Okay, perfect. I'm waiting for the PSVR release because I've already beaten Resident Evil 4, the original, like back on the GameCube, and then I beat it on the Quest. And so I want to play the remake, but I want it fully in VR, so I don't expect anything. That's the problem I'm having right now with Resident Evil 8 is, although it is scary and it is the first time I'm playing it in VR, I've already beaten it, so I kind of know what to expect. With Resident Evil 4, I know what the storyline is, but I know there's a lot of changes, so I'm not even looking at people play it. I have no idea what they've done to it, because I want to experience it fully in VR when they release that, hopefully at some point. But yeah, so we're going to be playing some Resident Evil 8. I'm going to get started. I just got to get the headset on, and hopefully the tracker will track me properly. I'm going to be further back, but I've heard that the remake is amazing. I've heard the remake is really good. Okay, let me just make sure that all this is working, and then I will officially start. So give me just a second here. My hair is not going to look good for much longer, though, Weewin. It's now going to be flat to my face. Hey, turn on. There we go. Actually, listen. Make sure it's centered real quick. Ooh, the lens has a blurry spot, I think. The lens has a blurry spot. Okay. Let's hold the controller real quick. Hold this controller real quick, because it's gonna ask me to check my surroundings before I do anything. Oh, worst part about putting on a VR headset for the first time after not playing it for a few hours, or I haven't played it in a couple of days, is it gets cold. Yes, it turned on. Okay, cool. I haven't played it in a while, and so it's the screen gets really blurry really quickly because of the temperature difference between me and the console, or like the headset or whatever. And so right now there's like a big blurry spot in my eye, and it won't go away until I warm up the headset, basically. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we're good to get started. So let me just... Oh, I gotta turn on the green screen proper. Right now, I'm not actually using the green screen. I'm using the NVIDIA. But I don't want to use the NVIDIA because it doesn't work perfectly. Is it image mask? No, it's not image mask. Where's the... Is it actually in camera, maybe? Ah, chroma key. Boom. All right, now the VR, the green screen should be perfect. My cat shifted. Hello, how are you? I don't know. I don't listen to talentless hacks. Okay, so we're gonna be playing. As you can see, people on TikTok, I can't see chat, so if you want to chat, you're gonna have to come over to Twitch and YouTube in order for it to actually work, for you to be able to talk to me, because I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing. Okay, let's get this in my shirt and plug it back here. Plug it in here. Okay, so now I've got audio. Get out of here. Don't get in my way. VR is awesome. It's really nauseating. If you're not prepared for it, it can make you really sick really fast. It took me a little while to get used to it. Some people are used to it immediately. Some people literally jump into VR and it's as if nothing's ever, changed. I did have a little bit of motion sickness for the first little while. And then I got used to it, and now I have no motion sickness really. I have a little bit, but not very often. Oh, update, really? Okay, it's gonna restart the headset. A gigabyte, 3 whole minutes, everybody. All right, we gotta be patient for 3 more minutes. Gotta be patient for 3 more minutes. So let's move this out of the way for now. But yeah, actually, I'll just clean it while I'm here. Is PSVR any good? It is. There is one there's a couple of things that you need to kind of be aware of if you're going to get the PSVR. You know, I find that a lot of people who talk about the PSVR are either VR or PlayStation haters, or they are big fans of VR and will like never tell you any of the bad because they want to convince you to get it. I will say that the PSVR quality is probably the best that's out there when it comes to the headset having vibration, the controller with the DualSense, the actual sharpness of the screen, and it being an OLED. Amazing. Apparently the Vive, the HTC Vive is better, but I haven't used that one, so I can't speak about it. What I will say though is with the PSVR, there's not a lot of selection in games. Sony has made the really stupid decision of overcharging on all of the games. Like, you can get some of these games on the Quest for like $15 and they'll be $30 on the PSVR. And they're old games. It's not like it's a brand new release. They're old games. So it's kind of dumb that they've done that. You also have the problem of the focus spot. If you've never used VR before, all VR has a spot that you have to have like perfectly aligned with your face so it actually focuses everything. Most VR headsets, it's a fairly big spot, so you can be off by, you know, a quarter of an inch and it's no big deal. The PSVR is really precise. Like, if you're off by like a hair, it'll be slightly blurry, and that'll make you think that the PSVR looks bad. So it's a little bit of a tough sell for some people. I think if there's rumors that they're working on it, I haven't really read anything that I believe yet, but if they end up including PC support for this thing, 100% worth it. 100% worth it. It is my favorite VR headset. I just don't like that there's not a lot of selection. With the Quest, the quality is lower. It's a heck of a lot heavier. You've got a battery to deal with, so if you don't have the right connections, you can only play for a few hours before it dies, even if you're playing with PC. But the Quest, you can have all the games that are on the Quest and all the games that are on PC, including Steam and Oculus. So you have a gigantic variety of games. The PlayStation only lets you use the PlayStation games. So it's a really small variety of games. All of that aside, the biggest thing I would say is if you've never used VR, it would really be worth it to go to one of those VR cafes and try it, because you can get very, very sick in VR, and some people cannot handle VR properly. And I wouldn't want to suggest to somebody who buys it and then they play it for an hour and they get like super dog sick and then they have to get rid of it. It's really not for everybody, but I think VR is a complete game changer when it comes to gameplay. You had the PSVR 1 and it was horrendous. The PSVR 1 was really interesting, but it definitely had a lot of drawbacks. You just bought Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. I've heard it's amazing though. I've heard it's amazing. But yeah, I think PSVR is super fun. It's super fun. It's very immersive. You can forget what you're doing and very easily hurt yourself, which is both a good and a bad thing, because obviously you want immersion in video games. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't smack my microphone while I'm in the middle of gameplay. You know, it's very immersive. It's very, very fun, but it can be a bit of a tough sell for some people. And sometimes, you know, you can hurt yourself, like I said. I have a ceiling fan, and it's pretty low. And there are games where you have to like throw grenades and stuff. And sometimes I end up hitting the ceiling fan because I'm trying to throw up, and I don't realize I'm facing that way, and then I hit the ceiling fan. That part sucks. But honestly, I think it's a big game changer. Some people say it's a gimmick. There are people that either just automatically decided it's a gimmick because they want to be contrarians, or they can't afford it and they've never tried it, so they just think it's a gimmick to try to convince themselves that they're not missing out. Or there are people that just can't handle VR and get sick, which is completely out of their control. But it's a game changer. It honestly makes a really big difference in gameplay. It changes everything. I know there was supposed to be a Zelda TV show. I don't know about a movie, but I know there was supposed to be a TV show. I think that got canceled though, so maybe they canceled it to do a movie. I don't know. You use the Meta Quest 2. I have one of those too. I have the Rift S, which broke, and then I have the Quest, and then I've got the PSVR 1, which the cable's broken, and I've got the PSVR 2. Out of all of them, the Quest is my favorite because there's more games to play, but the PSVR is my favorite because the quality is... it wipes the floor with the Quest. When I first tried this, I hadn't played my Quest for a few days, and when I played this, I was like, okay, yeah, it's good, but it's not that much better. And I've only been playing this for the last month. I went back to my Quest. Yeah, the quality is so not as good. Oh my god, Turtsa, how you doing? Yeah, that's one of the things that my niece and nephew, my nephew's better, my niece doesn't understand, she thinks it's a joke. My brother and I, before he got his quest, I brought mine so he could try it, and she thought it was hilarious to stand in front of him because he couldn't see her. But I kept telling her, like, he's gonna swing his arm and he's gonna hit you, and he came pretty close to hitting her at one point, and she didn't comprehend that he can't see her and he's gonna hit her, and it's not gonna be a light hit. So I ended up showing her a video, and then she saw her face go pale. She's like, oh, okay. Because, like, the kids don't get that. Like, you literally cannot see them. Okay, I guess we're updated, so we should be able to get started. So let me throw this thing on, and hopefully we can do this. Hopefully we can do this. Let's see. Okay. Anybody on TikTok who is watching, just a refresher. I cannot see you. I cannot hear the chat. So if you talk to me, I am not ignoring you. I've already warned you. I cannot see you all. So I apologize. I promise I'm not ignoring you on purpose. Oh, that's cool. I haven't yet, no. I want to beat the game in VR first. I already beat the game originally, but I want to beat it in VR and then do the DLC in VR, coming in without knowing anything. Hey, why is there no sound? Why is there no sound all of a sudden? Why is there no sound? There we go. I do. Good. Oh, I know how that is, man. I know how that is. You can ask people in chat. It has been a very, very bad 2 months for me. So, I can feel you on that one. Sorry, I gotta turn down the voice chat. It is way too loud in my ears. Hopefully that's okay. And then if I turn it all the way down. I don't really hear myself. I can kind of hear myself a little bit, but hopefully that'll be okay. And then maybe... Okay, I hope that's okay. We'll see. I'll fiddle with it as we start. It's always a mess to start. I've been setting up for almost an hour now because it's never straightforward. Okay, so 322, yes. If I don't hear you guys chat in a few minutes, I'll check to see that everything's working, but it should be good. We should be in a good position to play and hear you guys and everything. Can you hear me okay, or am I being too quiet? If I'm being too quiet, I can turn the microphone up. Just let me know. Okay, good. Oh! Okay, perfect. Can you hear the game okay? She's so big. Look at that booty. Holy moly, lady. She doesn't skip leg day. Yeah.
Mother Miranda.
Text to speech.
Regret to inform you.
There's no pop-ups on this. They disabled it.
Escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down. To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
Oh no, Rhinosaurus is here, guys. If you don't know, you've heard me talk about this before, how before when I played Resident Evil 7, there was a group of people that would come in and their favorite thing to do was to scare me. Rhinosaurus is one of those people. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the dollhouse part was really freaky. Let me pick it up. Pick it up. Hello? Oh, like bend down. We were all called by Mother Miranda to decide the fate of the child's father. Just thinking of that family meeting makes me... Oh, it's shaking so much in my hands. Makes me shudder to think that I'm treated like a sister to those miscreants, especially Heisenberg. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners if they slapped him in the face. I would have sliced him to ribbons if Mother hadn't stopped me. Why? Why does she treat me like the same as them? She gave me this castle, obedient daughters, everlasting life, did she not? Am I not her favorite? Am I not special? I need a drink.
Rose, where are you?
I have a feeling I'm gonna, like, get tangled. Ryan, I hope you're doing okay, man. I hope life is treating you okay. It's locked. I don't have a key. Also, is it super dark for you guys? I forgot that this game is super, super dark for everybody. Can I not go over there? Wait, I don't have a key. I don't have a key. Nice. Okay, no worries. We'll see you in a bit. It's definitely scary in VR. It's a lot scarier than it is in flat screen. When I played this on flat screen, there were a bunch of people that told me that this was way scarier than 7. I thought 7 was far scarier than this. I don't understand how anybody thinks that this is scarier than 7. But now that I'm playing in VR, it's different. It's definitely scarier in VR. Where the heck is the key? Do I have it like in an item that I haven't checked maybe? That's a bomb. Family photo. Oh. Oh. Ah. Yeah, it's that section in flat screen. Oh God.
All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell?
Oh God.
You ungrateful, selfish
Oh,
wretch. You come
yes.
into my house.
Yes, master.
Your filthy man hands.
Yes, master.
My daughters.
Oh.
And now you even try to steal
One more, please, master.
property. Dare.
Holy crap.
Rest while you can, because I will hunt you, and I will break you!
Oh.
Go ahead, do your worst.
No, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. Run. She does. If you're wondering why I keep going in the menu, I keep pushing the wrong button. I think Capcom knows what controls work, but it's like they haven't played any other VR game. Oh, I think one of the daughters comes after me here. Anyways, so I was saying, if I keep going into the menu because Capcom made these buttons slightly in reverse of what every other VR game normally does. So I'm pushing the wrong buttons just out of habit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You'll be sliced to ribbons before you ever see child.
She did.
You will.
Where are you? I haven't played that yet. I hear it's amazing. Oh god! How do I... Ah! Give me... Heal me. Heal me. Ah! Let me through. Oh, I'm done for. I'm done for. I'm cornered. Oh god. It's over. Yeah, maybe I'll look into getting it. Maybe I'll look into getting it. Okay, so take my hand, master. By the way, for anybody who cares, I don't know who else is fans of this. King of the Hill is getting remade, and the guy who did Dale Gribble died. I'm so sad.
Before you ever see child. You will learn what it means to accept.
Oh, wrong button, wrong button. Okay, cool. See, I think Lady D is pretty schmexy, but I like the daughters better. Thankfully, I have some space, so I'm hoping not to punch anything. If anything, I'm gonna get caught in the cables. Where are you? So scary. So scary. I'm like letting her get close so I could try to run after her. Go, 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 go. Wrong button, wrong button. Oh god, I'm not left-handed. This is hard. I'm not I'm not left-handed. Oh, I missed something down there.
Running will get you
It's so uncomfortable. I'm not left. What the hell? Oh, I'm all turned. Now I know why Wewin sent me the healing potion. Because you're gonna Lorena Bob at me, and then I can take care of it, right? Is that what it is? If anybody doesn't know who Lorena Bobbitt is, just Google it. Just Google it.
Screw this castle.
Oh crap. Lorena Bobbitt was a woman who was with a guy. She was... Lorena Bobbitt was married, and I think her husband had an affair, or she thought he had an affair. And while he was sleeping, she took scissors to his Oscar Mayer. And he woke up to find it outside in the little area next to his house by his window. I bet you he wished he had that magic sauce to just be able to pour it on and put it back. Oh god. It's curving to the right now. Wow, my alerts are super loud in my ears. There are a lot of you guys. What's going on here? I don't know what was just said. Something about spelling. Lots of money. Okay. I feel like they did that on purpose so you would lose all your ammo. Oh yeah, spoopy. Oh, are they being a dick and trying to say that I don't know how to spell spooky? Because they don't know anything about streaming culture and how it's like an in-joke? Imagine being so arrogant to come to somebody else's stream and try to correct their spelling when you're the one that's too stupid to realize that like a bunch of scary streamers say spoopy. Oh, homie, you tried, but you ended up playing yourself. That's embarrassing. Glad I'm not you. I know she wanders around, so I don't want to go in just yet. Maybe I should get things ready because I don't want to get spooked when she shows up. You know? Nobody wants to feel spooked. Unless they're really, really angry at somebody spelling spooked instead of spooked. Because their life is so insignificant that they don't understand how streaming culture has certain in-jokes. Okay. Actually, can I make health? Cool. Okay. I'm good. I'm listening to text to speech. So it said evil_twin, but I cannot recall. Did you have a different name before? It's just funny to come in and correct somebody for their stream, and then their name is Lady D. Like, they literally can't even come up with their own name. They're just using the name of a character in a video game, and then they're mad at somebody else for being original. That's... some gaming geeks are seriously pathetic. Oh, okay. How have you been? How are you? Please be aware that Mistress Lipstick is missing. If anyone finds it, could they please return it to her bathroom? It is custom made and therefore very expensive. I didn't catch the whole message. I just heard something about fucking and then spelling and then spoop. But I didn't know what they were saying because I was in the middle of shooting and the voice gets kind of muffled a bit. So I had no idea what they were saying, but the fact that they were so offended by it is ridiculous. Nice, I'm glad. 1 day since treatment, the 3 girls have stopped moving. They seem almost dead. An insect flew out of the eldest's mouth. It appears to be a common fly. Yeah. Well, they came in, said it, and left, so I don't even think it was a joke. I genuinely think that they thought... They were like, ha! This idiot doesn't know how to spell. What? Seriously? It's like when I've done videos. I did the one video where I what did I say? Oh, I said Nintendo banned PlayStation, and then afterwards I'm like, no, okay, I was being sarcastic, and I'm like, this is what actually happened. Then somebody comes in and they're like, oh, actually, it's not a PlayStation game. I literally said it. It's been okay. I took a year off streaming, a year and a few months off streaming. I came back now. It's probably been 3 months, 3 maybe 4 months. I don't know. I've lost track. But I haven't been very consistent. Like I'm streaming for maybe 2 hours a stream. Up until really recently, I was only streaming 3 days a week, so I wasn't doing very much. I also didn't have any kind of like channel point redemptions or anything enabled. I still don't have those. So I wasn't really incentivizing people to watch the channel. But despite that, it's been going okay. I'm triple streaming, so I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. And on TikTok, I sometimes average 5 viewers. On Twitch, I sit anywhere from 5 to 10 viewers. YouTube, lately, it's been 2 or 3, so I'm averaging close to 15 to 20 viewers in total, which is nice. But I haven't really been dedicating a lot of time to streaming. I'm gonna be starting in about a week to like really dedicate some time, but it's been a really stressful couple of months, so... Maybe it would. Maybe it would. Maybe next time. Although I gotta work on this because I'm getting, I look like I'm pregnant. Speedo would cover it all. I mean, all right, we win. Go to bed. Ooh, I'm okay with that. Everybody misbehave then. I can't wear a Speedo right now because this would cover the Speedo and you wouldn't see anything. 2 days since treatment, all 3 bodies are covered in flies. It appears the flies are consuming their flesh. When I open the window, some of the flies drop dead to the floor. It would seem the cold petrifies them. I quickly close the window to avoid weakening the insects further. Yes, please. 4 days since treatment. All 3 bodies have almost been completely consumed by the insects. All that is left is a dark, writhing, human-shaped mass of creatures. It's just afternoon, and the insects have started to change color. Those around the face turned pale, and those around the lips turned a deep crimson. 6 days since treatment, the massive insects have transformed into human bodies again. All 3 girls awoke. Yeah, I can understand that. Looking at me like newborns, I sense a bond between us, like mother and daughters. I have already decided their names: Bella, Daniela, and Cassandra. Yeah, I took a year off just because my life was way too busy. It is. It really is. But yeah, I took a year off just because life was too busy. And I came back to it recently because I switched the way that I work, and so I had a bit more time, and I ended up like sitting around for the morning, because basically my daughter would go to school, I would work night shift, and then I'd wake up at like 11 in the morning, and then I would sit around till I had to go pick her up from school. So I was like, if I'm sitting and doing nothing, I might as well go live. So I started going live again. Unfortunately, I am in the process of a divorce, I guess, and they're leaving soon. So I'm gonna have like a lot of time on my hands in the near future. So I'm gonna up my streaming schedule soon, but I think I need a little bit of time to kind of pull myself together because, you know, emotional burnout, I guess, would be what I would call it. But yeah, I took some time off, and I missed it. I definitely missed it. It was kind of weird not making content for so long, but I'm glad that I took the break. It gave me a chance to reevaluate how I looked at streaming, and now I don't feel nearly as pressured as I used to. I used to really worry. Now I don't really care, which is a really nice feeling. There you are. Yes. I'll honk in everybody's face who defies me. I just keep picturing like the American flag swaying in the background and a beautiful eagle, and then there's me, the Canadian, with the Canadian flag, which is like a leaf and a goose just wandering around. It's not even gonna spread its wings. Like, screw you guys. I don't need to do what you want. I don't need to look scary. I just am scary. And for those who are like in Europe or just haven't had the misfortune of meeting a Canadian goose, they are aggressive AF, they are scary AF, and you're not a true Canadian unless you've been attacked by one at some point. Okay. Scientific name, none. Size, 5 to 6 centimeters. What do you think? I know, right? Exactly. Exactly. My 5 to 6 centimeters unscientific named person piece is so famous it's in a book. That's right. Similar body structure to the blowflies, although there are differences in the head. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't discriminate. Whoa. Oh, really? I didn't know you guys had them there. Yeah, they're mean. They're mean and they're protected, so you can't do anything to them. And it's the worst when they decide to like cross a highway because everybody just has to stop and watch them. And like some guys that are, you know, those dudes that think they can fight a bear with their bare hands, they'll like get out of their cars and try to chase them down, and then the geese will start pecking at them because the geese don't care. They just don't care. They're not scared of anything. Yeah, they are. They are. They are carnivores and vigorously consume meat. In order to catch unsuspecting prey, they'll gather using pheromones to mimic a human. They are produced when a caddo lays eggs in the host, but the flies themselves are unable to reproduce. They are weak to sudden drops in temperature, especially if the temperature drops below 10 Celsius. Their metabolism lowers and they go into a dormant... similar to cryptobiosis, the tardigrade of Polypelidium vanderplanki. What the hell does that mean? Yeah, I'm reading the description. Their heads are fairly weirdly shaped. They consume meat vigorously. I mean, if they said that about geese, I think a lot of Canadians would believe it. Can everybody see okay, or is it like stupid dark? Oh, that was fire. Oh, oh my god, I thought that was her, like popping up from back there. I can hear her walking around. It's really unsettling. That's true. That is true. Hello. How are you? I think it said Buns of Wisdom. I think that's what the name said. I'm... I remember the one of him wearing underwear and like leather. There probably is something like that in here. Although I do think people already find her pretty sensual in her full-length dress, so I don't know how much motivation there would be to change her when she's already that sexy. I know they did. That's why I liked it so much. Oh. Does it really? I know it's supposed to run at like 30 frames. I don't know if I could handle it. I don't think I'd be able to be on stream if she wore something skimpier. Okay, for those who are like right now, speaking of Starfield running badly, for those who are into like graphics details and the way that video games run their graphics, one of the ways that they do reflections when they do reflections, they're not actually reflections in most games because it's too power consuming. So what it does is it'll actually process stuff that's within your vision, like within the screen, and it'll just like flip it to kind of imitate reflections, and it'll just blur it so it's not as easy to see. But in VR, it looks really bad. I'm moving my head and the reflection's actually moving the same way my head's moving, which wouldn't make sense in the reflection, because in the reflection, if I turn my head, you would be seeing the opposite movement. It's a really, it pulls you right out of the immersion. But in 2D, you don't notice that, but you do notice it in VR. It's really cool how you can see where the limitations are in graphics. Sorry, I'm just kind of nerding out. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? Should I pick the lock? I should pick the lock. Can I open this first? Oh, I gotta pick the lock first. Okay, let's do it. Ooh. I don't have this weapon yet, but I will soon. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna run well. It's Bethesda. Nothing they do ever runs well when it gets launched. It'll probably be a year before it's any good. But I do think it's going to be a decent game. I think it's going to do really, really well. I don't think it's going to run amazing on the Xbox. I think they're going to way overshoot to make it look pretty, but it's not going to run very well, which is kind of a bummer. But hopefully they settle it down quick. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to read music. That's a C, I think. 1, 2, 3. So let's see, 2. Yes. Then. Dang it. Oh wait, no, this. There it is. I played the piano. Hello, Ty. How are you? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, what is it? What is it? I don't remember how to play it now. Oh, I moved the whole character. Haha! I don't actually know how Stairway to Heaven goes, so I can't even try that one. There you go. There you go. That was Sandstorm. I don't know any songs that are actually popular right now that are all over the... It is. It is. Like I said, for those who weren't here, Weewin sent me a bottle of magic juice, and now I figured out why. Because she's gonna Lorena Bob at me, and she knows that she won't get caught as long as I have the magic juice to put it back on. Okay, so we got a key, which I guess is for the door up there. How you doing, Mark Leap? These pictures are always so eerie when you see little kids from like the what would that be, like the 1400s or something? They're always so creepy. Ah!
Wait long.
No way, seriously? Oh god. Does she come in here? Oh god. Oh god. The Quest 2 is honestly a very, very good VR headset. Open! Open! The Quest 2 is an amazing VR headset.
Finally came to see me. Everyone falls for me.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Kiss me.
Maybe I need to do it with this. It doesn't break.
Poor bad thing. No place to run.
Yeah, those are scary. Those are really scary. Death paintings, they freak me right out. Oh, I didn't... Oh god, I tried... Ow. Man, this is just like being with Weewin. That's how she's gonna treat me. She's gonna come up and like stab me and be like, poor little man thing. Yes.
So mean. Why are you doing this? Why? Why would you do this? You really want to kill me? You can't be serious. It's so cold.
Where'd the thing go? I'm trying to make dirty jokes, but I can't. I'm concentrating so hard. Just like it's gonna happen when I hang out with Weewin. How much do I have? All right, see you in a bit, Ty. Enjoy your food. Did it work? It worked. I'm sorry. I think you're really... I did, and look, it's all white all over her face. And right there, and right there. Right there, that's where I was aiming. Ty, make sure you have like a good target painted right there. I always say it. I get it. Everybody likes Lady D, but like the daughters, I just got a thing for those like emo dark girls. What can I say? Okay. Is there any other ammo around here? Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the 1 is very, very large, so it kind of makes up for the 3, but still. the Texas speech just read that as FR Lady damn these trees. Lady damn these trees.
Cassandra, come here now.
Where are you?
Enough games. Head. Now go. Of course, Mother.
Right?
Trying to work up my appetite, are you?
No, I'm just trying to run away. Okay, I don't think she's able to come over here. I mean, they do seem like they're into some pretty exciting activities, so I think they like it. I think they like it. I'm just like in here breaking their stuff. Look at her. They still haven't gotten it perfect, because like if you look at that painting, that lady is a foxy lady. Lady D is too, but like the painting is so much nicer. Oh, that scared me. I'm facing sideways. I didn't even realize that it turned. Didn't even realize I was turned. Wait. I can't read it. Let the 5 bells of this chamber ring out. Okay. Okay, we got that. One. Okay, do I gotta shoot them all? I guess so. Bing! Oh, this reminds me of the Kiss commercials. Who remembers the commercials that the Kisses, the Hershey's Kisses have? Please tell me I'm not the only one. I like lasagna. Oh, don't even get me started. That is true sex appeal. Everybody's sleeping. When they're looking at Lady D, they miss the true hotness of the game. Okay. Oh. This is why I'm Canadian. This is why I'm Canadian. Okay, there's gotta be one more. Where is the last one? Where is the last one? Oh, where is the last one? Where is the last one? It's so true. I can hear Lady D walking around, and it's very intimidating. It's very, very intimidating. I feel like the last one's in plain sight, and I'm just not seeing it. Don't tell me, though. If you know where it is, don't tell me yet. Ah. Okay. So I got the bell up there. Is there another bell that is slowly moving here? When you hang out with me, it never goes the way you expect it. There's gotta be another bell somewhere. Just missing it. Just missing it. Ryan, you didn't tell me you were in a video game. And here's Wewin and Merle. Both of you. This game is glorious. I... Is there something up there? Oh, I thought maybe I would see a bell out there, but no. That's how you get all those tips, Merle. Because you look like this. Do you wear this, Merle? You'd get lots of tips if you did. You would get lots of tips if you wore that, Merle. Guaranteed. By me. Hold on. Oh, I can't thumbs up in this game? What the heck is that? Anything for me? Oh, my feet. He could still thumbs up with this hand, but they won't let me. Okay, I give up. Does anybody know where that last bell is? I got the little bell up there. I broke that thinking there was gonna be a bell like outside the window, but no. No bell there. That was good. That was a good one. The heck, man? Where is the bell? Thought maybe like rip the painting or something, but no. Hey man, mold is dangerous. Don't underestimate the mold. I don't see the last bell. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where's 5? Where's 5? I don't have it in my inventory, right? stars and balls? Is there like a... Okay, I don't know. Does anybody know where the bell is? There's 5 bells, but I only see 4. Is there a bell in that picture? I feel like it's gonna be like in a picture or something really ridiculous like that. Oh, okay. Okay, let me... Bit of nuance to it. Why did the music all of a sudden get super scary? Why is the music suddenly super scary? There's a bit of nuance to it. She sees me. I'm never gonna love again. There it is! Oh my gosh. Okay, I was half right. I was like, I'll open the window, it's gotta be up there. See, because I was down here, I was like, it's gotta be up there. There's a window there for a reason. I didn't think about looking from up here. I feel like I should be like, Romeo, I mean, Rhinoceros, wherefore art thou, Rhinoceros? Whoa, I almost knocked that down. Wherefore art thou, Rhinoceros? Am I facing the wrong way again? Yep, kind of. Every time. How do I keep turning myself? I don't even realize it. I feel like I'm not lifting my feet up, but apparently I am. See, these are the moments that are really cool. Like, I can peek through this little hole in the wall. VR is so cool sometimes. There's the stupid bell. Ryan, should I take this home for us? Exactly. I couldn't remember the rest of it, but that's perfect. I like it. I can hear the little sheep thing. Ram or whatever it is. Whoops. Oh, it didn't kill me. Oh, can I? Oh, I can just hold up. Never mind. We're in VR. I wonder if I can reach it without having to actually, like, shoot it. I don't think I can. Almost. I'm gonna hit something. I know I am. Is there something there? No, I can't do it. Can't do it. I probably could, but I don't want to risk it. There. I don't even know what that does. treasure. Can I make more ammo? I heard there was something called the Dagger of Death's Flower somewhere in this castle. It's apparently an antique from the Middle Ages that's coated in a concoction of poisons from across the continent. It is said to have been crafted to kill demons and monsters. It sounds fascinating, but no one knows where it is. What's it called? The Dagger of Death Flowers. Okay. Ooh, exciting. That has 0 scope. It's no zoom at all. Little disappointing, I admit. Yeah, it's gonna be real good. The hell are those things? Let's explore up here first. Ah! Jesus! Holy crap! Get out of here! Hey, Dr. H, how are you? Whew. I'm a mystical. I am a mystical being. It's an ancient Latino secret of magic. Okay. That's where I came from. Oh, there's one up there. Creepy. No, I've got text to speech enabled. Makes life a little bit easier for me. Dies. I'll poke you in the gut. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No worries. Have yourself a good day, man. Thanks for popping in and lurking. I appreciate it. This is hard to swing because all the cables. Hey, near as far, how are you? This time I knew who it was talking about. Because it still does the N4R underscore and underscore N4R or whatever. I'm good, I'm good. Just about to get my butt kicked, I'm sure. Ding. Next floor. Housewares. Actually, no, I don't want to go down yet. I thought I had to trigger it first, but no. We're good. Whoa! Jeez, you're so aggressive. Keep that tongue in your mouth. Didn't even take me on a date yet. Okay. Next. I'm mainly doing this because I'm getting a lot of treasure and I think I can level up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All three of them? I'm used to handling three at once. Ask Merle, we win and tie. Did you die down there? Did I miss all my treasure because you died way down there? Jerk. Can I long shot from here? Oh, you got up. You didn't give me a chance. I'm like super self-conscious right now because I'm aiming upwards. And when I aim upwards, my shirt lifts. My Buddha belly's gonna be showing. But I don't know if it's actually showing because it might just be the wind because of my undershirt and not the actual shirt itself showing. Come here, you jerk. Come on. Come on. There we go. Whew. This game is seriously so much better in VR. What I want to get though, I don't have the money for it, but I might have to eventually. I want to get a steering wheel. I have one for the PC, but I want to get one for the PS5, and I want to get Gran Turismo, play it in VR. Ooh. My elbow. What the heck? No, I didn't. Oh. Dang it. Thank you. Oh, oh. Anything else to shoot? Nope. Anyway, I want to play Gran Turismo in VR. With steering wheel though, because I've played Horizon, Forza Horizon, not in VR, that doesn't have VR support, but I played Forza Horizon with my steering wheel, and oh, it was such a cool experience. Where did I see the little shiny? Up there. Where is it? Are you serious? Give me the shiny. Oh. Finally. Ouch. Okay. I'm almost out of bullets. All for one shiny. Wasn't even worth it. I'm still alive, right? Looks like I'm still alive. I don't know. Suddenly, it says I'm down to 1 viewer. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it says it got really quiet, which is fine. But when I looked at the numbers right now that I was checking that I was straight, it was like 1 viewer. I was like, wait, what happened? Did I not go, like, did I unlive? Unlive. Did I go offline? Oh yeah. But nope, we're good, thank you. Okay, so. Oh, I got one more daughter to fight. They make me so anxious. Imagine having a house with an elevator. I took care of a guy and he had an elevator in his house, but his house wasn't, it wasn't because he was big, like it was a big house. It was he was in a wheelchair, but he lived on a house that was built up, like it was raised up, and there was a garage for the main street level. And so he needed an elevator built into his house so he could get out of his house. Oh god. You're not allowed in here. You're not allowed in here, Lady D. Can't come in here. You can come in here now. Oh god, they changed it. They changed it.
Shall I drink your blood fresh? Or
She wasn't allowed in there before. That was a safe room before. They updated it and fixed it. They saw too many people cheesing it that way.
It's a pleasure to see you safe. How worth it?
Safe? There's a big giant woman over there.
No sign of Rose. I'm so sorry it turned out that way. Well, you'll find your way to her once you're out of this castle. Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? I've expanded my services. Please, come take a look.
Hold on. I like the animation they gave her for walking. It's a very, very good looking animation. Can I? Whoa!
Must be busy.
Did I mess it up? Did I? Oh, this is so cool, doing it by holding the actual toy. Oh, this is so cool. I do. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. I don't remember what the goal of this is, though. Is it to get into the second hole? No! Oh, no, not yet. Wait, did I die at the very beginning? I died at the very beginning. Yeah, I died with, Lady D sliced me up when I got stuck in a hallway. I didn't realize that I had to use my left hand to open the door, because she chopped off my right hand, which is obviously very clear. I was just being stupid and I forgot. So she killed me. Which one am I supposed to go into? Oh no, it's the light. Okay, I get it. There we go. Boom. My nose is running. That was cool. That's so much cooler in VR. First of all, let's save before something goes wrong.
Ah, yes, yes.
No.
Do you have enough firepower? I can now offer an expanded weapon modification service.
You No, I'm more than happy to purchase it.
Help me, Step Ethan. I'm stuck inside the dryer right now. Okay, let's not do that yet. Let's see if I can buy anything important. For the handgun, increases ammo capacity. What's this one do? Oh, shotgun. Yes.
Looking forward to testing it out.
I don't care about mines. I do want bullets though. I might buy some bullets. Wow, they're really expensive. Okay. My handgun power is all the way up. I don't really care about the recoil though.
These hands are more dexterous than one might think.
Wow, sounds like what Ryan says to me. I still have a whole bunch of lay.
You'll be slaughtering things in droves.
Yeah, though it feels a little bit I don't know.
Have a wonderful adventure.
I haven't done that yet. Or like you mean later in the like in the storyline? I can't remember that. Where are you? Sadness. Mask of joy. Sorrow. Is it sorrow?
You'll make the best vintage.
Look how she walks though. Look at that walk. Look at that walk. Just so elegant. Go, go, get out of here. I actually don't know where I'm going, so I'm a little bit anxious. Pleasure. Pleasure. Of joy, maybe? Oh, it won't fit here? Okay. What's this? Can't read it. It gets too close. It's hard to read. Whatever, let's... That. Nope. That. Nope. 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 Shut up, dude. She's gonna hear us. Happiness. Isn't that joy? No, that's the devil one, man. This one. And master at baiting her to come near me. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. I have a feeling the last mask is going to be when I kill the daughter! You are really scary. Whoa! Uh-oh. Oh! No, no. I'm trapped. I trapped myself. I trapped myself. Can I not, like, why can't I, like... There she is. Go, 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 go. She's right there! Mommy, Dommy, leave me alone, please. Dommy, mommy, whatever it is. Leave me alone, please. Please, 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 please. Oh, gosh. They're all coming from everywhere. Go, 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 get out. It is. It's a party, but they didn't even bring any lube. Did I miss a face over here? Okay. What's my health at? It's not doing well. I'm so stressed out, man. Yeah, but it's not a party when you gotta clean up after they've been coming from everywhere. So I killed the one daughter in here. Got the mask right there. Follow this path. Wait, can I see? Is there a map or something I can look at? Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Files, lists. Oh wait, the map is one of these things, right? You gotta like, there it is. Oh, I can't move the map? I can't look at the whole thing, I just get a little piece? Can anybody tell me how long I've been live for now? Okay. 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 Yeah, it's hard for me to judge, one, because of the headset, but two, because I'm standing, my knees hurt, so it feels like I've been live for way longer. I thought I was like closer to 2.5 hours already. That's one thing about VR. If you're playing and you're sitting in the same position, standing in the same position, it gets very, very exhausting because your knees are locked. You have to like move around, but I can't because one, the camera, and two, the cable. I didn't even hear the joke. I missed it. I'm out of the loop. Okay, I'm gonna head to the safe room, and then I'm gonna actually bring my chair and I'm gonna sit. Continue playing sitting. It's gonna be a bit awkward, but we'll do it. The heck? What is that? Oh, that's weird. Where's mommy? Where's mom? Safe room, safe room, safe room. Hello, my mask or my map in just a second. Did I save? I saved, right? Yeah, I saved. Right before I got this thing or right after? Okay. Please don't rip everything apart. You guys can see the wonderful behind-the-scenes mess that I've got going on. My flip-flops that I normally wear because I like to wear flip-flops all the time. Okay. Rearranging here for a sec. Anybody on TikTok, by the way? Anybody that's on TikTok? I am live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm not ignoring you when it comes to chat. I just can't see it. So I am relying on YouTube and Twitch. need to know that it's yours. They don't need to know it's yours, Ty. Okay. I think I'm good, right? Like, I'm visible here. Please don't hit the desk. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let's hope that I still... Actually, I might move over a bit. Just so I can actually swing my arms a little bit. Okay. Can you still hear me and see me okay? Oh, I switched hands, that's why. Okay. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Center again. Let's continue. Now she won't seem as big because now I'm sitting down. This is one weird thing is when you sit, the whole scale of the world changes. Because now I think everything feels slightly small. Okay, so map. So, okay, the blue rooms are the ones that I'm already completed. So what's over here? If I go out this door, up to the main hall in the dining room. Where's mommy? Oh, there she is. I'm also slightly less intimidated. Oh, okay, maybe I'm still intimidated. Maybe I'm still intimidated. I lied. Dining room, what's in here? Oh, geez, I don't remember this area. Oh, this is where I fought the daughter. Okay, the other daughter can't come in here then, so I'm safe. What animal is this? What animal is that supposed to be? Ew. Hey, Ryan. What does that remind you of? I have a pot just like that. I cook my soup in it. Oh, that's good. That's funny. Oh, that was funny. That was good. GG on that one. Okay, so where would the last mask be? Oh, there's a door here with a symbol. Maybe I can open that. Oh, there are a bunch of you down here, aren't there? Oh, there's a bunch of you down here. That was a really cool moment there. In my senses, I shot the gun, and I suddenly felt the breeze from the ceiling fan blowing towards me, and the wind was going the same way from the smoke. That was a really immersive moment there. Love when stuff like that happens in VR. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can figure this out. I have a runny nose and it's driving me crazy. Those are the best. Those moments are amazing. Okay, so I gotta light these up somehow. Using this thing. How do I use this thing? Can I, like, shoot it, maybe? Up here, maybe? Nope. How do I... Nope. I remember my first experience in VR was playing, like, proper experience. I played the Resident Evil 7 demo when I got the VR, but then I started playing the Astrobot game, and I remember playing that, and if you haven't played that, it feels like you have a little diorama in front of you. Like, you're this giant, and there are these little toys in front of you. And at one point, I was so amazed by how it looked that I was trying to, like, get close so I could look at the little diorama, and I smacked my head on my coffee table because I had no idea the coffee table was right there. Okay, so if that's there, it's on the other side of that wall. How do I... Oh! Oh! Now how do I... Oh, just throw it. Over there, go, go, go. Can I, like, push this? Nope. I didn't want to waste bullets, but I guess I have to. This way, go this way. Go that way. That way. That way, you jerk. Now you go that way. The physics in this are kind of broken. What if I... Ooh. What a waste of bullets. There we go. What a waste of bullets. Is this the final mask? How do I... How do... How do I... I grab it, and I can't move it. Grab it, can't move it. Oh, there we go. I grabbed it through the box. I grabbed the eye through the box. But where's the eye? Grab something called the Azure Eye. Oh, it's just a combinable. What can I combine it with? Okay, so that's not what I wanted. Okay, so I gotta say, one thing about VR is that I'm able to concentrate more on the gameplay, so I make way more progress when I'm playing in VR than when I'm not. Okay, maybe I'll go to the courtyard and cut across, maybe? You know, I hate the smell. Oh. No, no, please. Yeah, it brings it up big time. Oh, I would have completed it like on my 3rd stream. I would have actually moved forward in the game instead of just wasting time. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, that this game, I didn't find it that scary. And there were some people that came to my chat and said this was way scarier than 7 was. I was like, no way, 7 like made me almost pee my pants. This is more action and tense. And my only guess is, yeah, it's in VR. Like, I played 7 in VR, so I was more scared in 7. Oh. ADD, is this where you bathe? Hey everybody, do you think there's some bathtub water? I might make some good money if I sell it. Give me this towel. Anyways, everybody said how scary it was. Yeah, it really wasn't. Get a good whiff of it. Telling you, I could sell it. Large tube of red lipstick found in the castle. Valuable. I guess that's just to sell it. But yeah, when people said that was scary, I was like, are you nuts? Like, or that this is scarier. I'm like, are you nuts? This isn't that scary compared to the first one. Or to 7. 4, I haven't played, I haven't watched any gameplay, I haven't looked into reviews or anything, because I want to go in completely blank. Yeah, this one, the dollhouse part, I remember it being very psychologically freaky. I wish the rest of the game would have been more like that. I'm hoping 4 is gonna be a little bit of a better balance between the two. Maybe not be as scary as 7, because obviously 4 was pretty action-packed to begin with. Yeah. And so I'm hoping that 4 will kind of be a balance in between the two, where it is scary, but it's somewhat laid back, like more action. But I haven't looked into it at all. Yeah, so that was my main thing, is I didn't get 4 on launch. Okay, wait, let me backtrack. I beat 4 in VR on the Quest. And it was good, but yeah, 4 is very action oriented. There's not a lot of scariness in number 4. I've heard the remake is much scarier. I don't know how much scarier, because like I said, I haven't really looked into it. But my whole thing is, when I bought the PSVR, I knew 4 was like the main reason I wanted to get it, was to play that. Excuse me. And when people were begging me, they're like, just get number 4, I want you to play it. I was like, no, I gotta wait till it's in VR, because I want to experience it for the first time in full VR and not have expectations. Like, here, I know what to expect. Like, I remember the weird lumpy, full of tumor guy. The fish guy or whatever. And I remember, you know, like the dollhouse thing. The dollhouse thing, if I would have experienced that in VR at the beginning, without having played this already, that probably would have been the exact experience that I had with 7. Having that fear of like, oh my god, you know, this is horrible. But I've already experienced the game, so it kind of ate away at that fear part. So I'm hoping 4 will have that for me, where I'm going to have moments of complete and utter terror. Yeah, so I'm excited. And when people were asking me, yeah, so it's actually the flat screen game, and then they added a free upload or update. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, 8 this is just a regular 8. I bought 8, the full collector's edition with like the statue and everything, and I played it fully through in flat screen. And then when they released the PSVR 2, they announced they automatically had an update for VR support. But I didn't have the money for the PSVR 2. And then my brother gave me the money to buy it, and so I bought it. And I already had this game. But I haven't played it until now because I didn't play VR for the first couple of weeks because it was it's a lot to set up. Like, I had set up for almost an hour today before the stream started because I have to put up the green screen. I have to change the sound drivers because I use 2 PCs and my sound runs through both PCs for it to work on stream. But now I'm connected to the PlayStation, so half my sound was gone, so I had to rearrange the sound. I had to disconnect my pod mic and connect my shotgun mic so I could have sound and not have it be in my face. Obviously, you know, set up the green screen with the filters and everything, so like it's a lot of work. So I haven't done too much VR for Resident Evil. But yeah, it's a free update. And it's going to be the same with Resident Evil 4. If you buy Resident Evil 4, you get the free update. And so I'm waiting for the free update. Oh, it's probably like so much fun. Oh, it's probably a ton of fun. Okay, so that doesn't work. Yeah, and like, I don't know if, does Mercenaries have VR support? I wonder if it does. I wonder if like VR players can only play with other VR players, or if it's like cross-board, everybody can play. I know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never played Mercenaries. I've never been huge into that aspect of Resident Evil. But I know that like playing other games, when you include VR, it's a game changer. Like I know oh, that sucks. That would have been so cool. That would have been so cool to see in VR. That would have made me try it. But yeah, like I'm a big fan of Left 4 Dead. I love Left 4 Dead. And After the Fall is a VR game that's exactly like Left 4 Dead, but like in the snow. And Left 4 Dead is a much better game. Thank you so much, whoever that was. Left 4 Dead is a much better game overall. Yeah, it would have been so cool in VR to play the Mercenaries missions. And like it's such a level up. Like what I was saying, the original Left 4 Dead, it's great. It's an awesome game and it still holds up amazingly. After the Fall is nowhere near as good. The level variation is much smaller. Everything pretty much looks the same. There's only like 3 or 4 different types of zombies that you really run into on a regular basis. The levels themselves aren't very complicated or very open. It's very corridor. See, and back... Really? I heard World War Z was gonna be dropping support soon. Like that they were fully gonna... Like the game is done. I wonder if they're gonna do like one last hurrah and maybe do like unlock it so then it's no longer working on their servers and now it's on private servers? Maybe? with like a few extra levels or characters, or like release whatever was left that they had, and then that'll be it. Because I remember hearing it was done. I'll have to look at it. Yeah. But yeah, Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood was okay, but it was very. It felt like one of those free-to-play games with all the gacha mechanics of like needing the cards to upgrade and stuff. Left 4 Dead doesn't have any of that. It's just pure action. Oh, okay. See, I thought World War Z Aftermath was just like a remaster or something. I didn't look into it. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, Left 4 Dead is the levels are much more open. The levels are much more varied, and it's just it doesn't rely on those stupid mechanics of like having different characters have different strengths. Instead, all the characters are pretty much exactly the same. It's just down to you playing, and it's about the wild shenanigans you get yourself into. And there's a lot of support for like custom maps and mods and stuff. So there's a lot of variety in the game. But the base game itself, if you get Left 4 Dead 2, you get all of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 plus all the DLC. So there's tons of levels to play. But it holds up really, really well. Back 4 Blood, I thought it was fun, but yeah, it didn't have that same spark. And After the Fall has the same issue that Back 4 Blood has, where it's like it's fun, but it doesn't really have that like gem in it. And you know, it's not great. But what makes Back 4 Blood a good game is playing it with your friends in VR. Because you laugh at the stupid things you do with each other. And does Aftermath include the original too? Yeah, I felt World War Z was a really good game. I really, really enjoyed it. That I think did much better than Back 4 Blood as far as being a Left 4 Dead style game. But I was disappointed at how short it was. It felt like it just kind of only started. You know, like Left 4 Dead has so many levels. Oh, okay. Yeah, I might look into it. Hey, Michael Jackson fan, how are you? How are things? What am I missing in the courtyard? Why is this still red? I grabbed this, so that's not... But yeah, I you know, Left 4 Dead has so many levels, and Back 4 Blood I felt like... World War Z I felt was super, super short. I'm glad. See, by then I had stopped playing, so I didn't even realize they did that either. Yeah, like that's just... I get it, they need to make their money and all that, but like... Yeah, it just feels kind of greedy. That's all it was the birdcage? Okay. And like... It was just, you know, graphically it was good. I really liked the third-person view. I liked that the different characters kind of had their own little backstory for the levels. Okay, that's... Hopefully it keeps up and is worth it.
You'll make the best vintage yet.
No, I won't. No, I won't. No vintages here. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Oh, she can come out here. I forgot. It's magic. It's magic. No, I got text-to-speech turned on, so I can hear what you're saying. That's why you're gonna catch me stopping mid-sentence, because when the text-to-speech starts talking, I have to stop so I can listen to what she's saying. But yeah, I thought World War Z was great. It felt really short, and that was disappointing to me. Back 4 Blood I thought was like a very good concept, but it just didn't come together the way that I would have wanted. which disappointed me. After the Fall is very much a great VR idea, but it seems very lackluster. Like there's just not enough changes to make it feel fresh. Oh god. Oh, every time she shows up, she scares me. Ouch. I missed that last message. Something about the real game before or something. I missed that. All the action. It had me distracted. Yeah, I might look into the World War Z thing. Because I liked that game. Alana and I played through it, and we beat it, and both of us were like, I wish there was more. Like, it didn't feel like it was ready to be done. Whereas, like, Left 4 Dead, by the time you reach the end, you're kind of like, you know, I can still keep playing this, I'm still enjoying it, but yeah, I feel like I got my money's worth by the end of it. I am drawing a blank, honestly. I don't remember that game. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what the day before is. I know I've heard of it, but it's completely not in my brain right now. Ew. I went camping years ago now, and it was out like on a little island in the middle of nowhere, and it was like across the lake they had campsites, like proper campsites. Oh, that one! That one! Yeah. Oh, that is so not real. It's a scam. It's 100% a scam. 100% it's a scam. They can't convince me otherwise. Anyways, it was on a lake, and on the other side of the lake, it was all wilderness, and you could go camping there, but it wasn't like a proper campsite. At the entrance, it was the campsite where like you have campers literally next to you, and I was across the lake, and this is what they gave us to poop in. A whole thing just like this, in the middle of the woods. It was really freaky. It smelled so bad. But yeah, no, I know what game you're talking about now. Yeah, I'm 100% convinced that's a scam. What I'm excited for is Daymare 1994. Is that what it is? 1996? 1994? Whatever that one's going to be called. The follow-up to Daymare 1998. I'm excited for that. That game has me really hyped. The heck am I? Okay, so that was the mask area. Got an eyeball here. Is there anything? Crystal fragment. I played a lot of State of Decay 1, and I really enjoyed it. I never beat it. I'm not very good at the keeping civilization alive type of games. I can't juggle everything very well. I have State of Decay 2 as well, because I like State of Decay 1 so much, and it was co-op, and I wanted something to play with Alana. Her and I played it quite a bit, and it was fun, but there's so much balancing of having to keep everybody alive and happy that we both kind of felt overwhelmed. And then at the time, we didn't have a lot of time to play, so it kind of just fell to the wayside, and I haven't continued it. I would definitely give State of Decay 3 another try, but yeah, I'm of the same belief. It's gonna just keep getting delayed over and over again. It'll eventually come out, I'm sure. And it'll probably be along the lines of like Duke Nukem, where it's taken forever and it's a disappointment just because of how long it took, that it's not as good as it should have been. But I think it'll be fun. Both State of Decays were kind of subpar games. They were good, but not amazing. Yeah, I liked number 2 better than number 1 for sure. I really liked the co-op feature. I thought co-op really brought something new to the table. It makes it a lot more manageable. But I thought State of Decay 1 was still pretty good. Oh god! Every time! Oh god, you too! No! Oh god. Let me out. Scary, scary, tense, tense. Okay, the one daughter can't come out here, but Mama can. Mama says it doesn't matter. She's... Yeah, I'm gonna okay, I'm hoping it's not a hoax. I don't think it'll be a hoax. Although I am very concerned with it for 2 reasons. The first being that it is Konami and they're giving it to Bluebird, whatever they're called. Now I personally liked Blair Witch, but I know a lot of people hated Blair Witch. I did have the one complaint. I think you were there when I said this. This obviously was like 2 years ago, but the one complaint I had about Blair Witch was by the end, when you find the cabin, it becomes very repetitive and very boring because you're literally just traveling through the cabin over and over again. I felt like they didn't know when to cut the game off. And so I'm concerned because they're doing Silent Hill, and Silent Hill is more of an action game than Blair Witch was. But they did such a good job with the psychological aspect of Blair Witch. I feel like they'll do okay with Silent Hill. Okay, no. Bluepoint did Dark Souls, or Demon Souls. They're not the ones doing this one. So it was Bluebird, I think is what these guys are called. These guys are the ones that did Blair Witch. And Blair Witch is a love-hate game. Some people loved it, some people hated it. And so Blair Witch, I thought was good. I think it's an okay choice. They just need to know when to kind of cut it. My other concern is either they're going to cut corners and it's not really going to be a remake, instead just going to be a reskin with like all the exact same story beats. I hope that they go for like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, where like they fully build it up from the ground up and it feels like a different game. And then my last concern is that the biggest part of Resident Evil 4, of Silent Hill 2, was the twist at the end. And we all know what the twist is now, so what are they going to do to keep it fresh? That's the only thing that I think to myself is, how can they keep it fresh? But that being said, I'm pretty positive it's going to come out.
This is all an investment, Ethan.
Shush, dude. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be one of those in forever development. I just don't know how good it'll actually be. You know? The Day Before, on the other hand, is, I don't know if you've heard all the details about it, but The Day Before is being made by a couple of indie devs from Serbia or Siberia? No, Serbia. I think they're from Serbia. It's one of the Russian countries, one of the Russian areas. And that's it. That's what I'm worried about. Is it's just a cash-in, which really sucks, because everybody wants Silent Hill to come back and come back gloriously, but Konami hasn't shown any care. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I think they should reboot it, but they should sell it out to somebody else. Like, give the rights to somebody else to do. You know, like, go into talks with Sony. Let Sony take over with one of their developers. Yeah, sell it to Kojima. Oh my god, that would be crazy. And But yeah, so this Day Before game is done by a couple of guys who are, I think they're Serbian. Anyways, they're doing it, but they've done games, but they've all been really bad, low quality, terrible games. And suddenly this game is supposed to be like this almost MMO style RPG zombie survival, super intense game. And they've shown clips and it looks beautiful, but then people started showing that the clips are actually stolen from other things, and a bunch of the stuff is asset based, and it's very clear it's not actual gameplay but just CGI, but they're saying it's gameplay. And every time there's they had a release date and then they pushed it back because of problems they were having. Then they had another release date and they pushed it back again. Then they had a release date that just recently passed and they couldn't go through with it because they got sued because they didn't have the rights to the name they're using. And so they lost the rights to the name that they were using despite already having a date that it was going to be released. Like, how do you not know if you don't have the rights before your game's even released when you already have a date? And the graphics just seem too good, yet they've been releasing other games this whole time. So people are like, how are two developers releasing multiple games and working on multiple games at once? And one of them that is supposed to be this high quality. So the big thing that everybody assumes is happening is that they are using the hype of this Day Before game to get eyes on themselves and then release other games that are mediocre and get money for those games and never actually release the Day Before, just keep pushing it back. But the hype they're getting works towards selling their other games that they're actually making. They're complete scam artists. But yeah, no, I agree. I think Kojima had a really great foundation for PT, for whatever Silent Hills was going to be. Kojima wants to be a movie director. And I feel like that is definitely a drawback when it comes to gaming, because you want like gamification. But he is such a storyteller that I think he would be phenomenal as a horror storyteller because he knows how to tell a story. And horror is all about the storytelling. Because action doesn't work for being scary. And jump scares can only take you so far. It's about the story. And Kojima has that in spades. I really hate that Konami did what they did to him because he would have been amazing at it. Okay. I hate that I can't move this map. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Can I zoom out? Yes, I can. I can't move the map, though. I'll say this. Kojima's gotten worse as the years go on. Metal Gear Solid is a better judgment of why people like Kojima because it definitely still has the big long cutscenes. That's one thing that if you can't stand long cutscenes, you'll hate Kojima because he has a habit of like, yeah. If you don't like long cutscenes, you won't like Kojima. Kojima does have a bad habit of doing like an hour of gameplay and like 20 minutes of cutscenes. Then you'll do like 5 minutes of gameplay and another 20 minutes of cutscenes. Like I said, he wants to be a director. He wants to tell stories. So if you don't like that, you're definitely never going to like anything Kojima. That being said, Death Stranding, I've been playing it recently. I have a handheld PC and I've been playing it the last like 4 days. Yeah, I don't think Death Stranding was supposed to be scary. I think it's supposed to be uneasy. Like, you're supposed to play it and kind of be, like, uncomfortable the whole time. Not really be scary. I'm about 3 or 4 hours in now, and I don't really know what's going on. I have spent a lot of time watching cutscenes. Obviously, the beginning, like, the first 2 hours is all cutscenes. And the gameplay is overly complicated. Like figuring out where you're going to put all of your luggage that you're carrying, watching for the BTs that are out in the wilderness, or not the BTs, or yeah, BTs, and the BB that you're carrying, the baby, watching that's healthcare, and you have to pee, and you have to drink fluids, and you have to make sure that like you charge things up, and you build like it's very complicated, to the point that it's not fun, because it's so complex. But that's not how all Kojima games are. Because PT, not like that at all. Metal Gear 3 was very complicated with like the espionage, cover-up, makeup stuff. That was kind of complicated. But overall, it's very straightforward gameplay.
I just feel like Kojima is so creative, and it's still yet to be seen with the next game he releases. He's so creative that he doesn't know his own limits, or not limits. He doesn't know where to set the limit, and somebody like Konami would set limits. Like they'd be like, no, you can't do this, because the higher ups care about budget. They care about, or they did anyways, about optics, and so they would limit him on what he could and couldn't do, which allowed his focus to be more focused. Whereas now that he runs his own company, he can just go wild. And I think that's what happened with Death Stranding, is he tried to include all of his ideas, and sometimes a better piece of art shines with less ideas than a piece of art with every idea in it. And I think he's still learning how to kind of restrain himself. So I'm hoping that with Death Stranding, he kind of heard what people had to say and thinks to himself, okay, I need to pull back a bit with this sequel that he's doing. But if he doubles down, then I would be concerned that he's never going to have the excellence that he had with Metal Gear. But Kojima is very good. It's just hard to... Exactly that. I feel like what you just said. He didn't know how to make a game. He was making a story, which is great, but yeah, that's it, Merle. That's it. We have to see what he does, and if he's willing to... Oh, there we go. If he's willing to take that feedback and do something with it. And I get it. I don't blame him, right? It's like those kids that live with like super strict parents, and then they move out for the first time, and they spend like the first year and a half just going crazy. I feel like that's what he did. He was so restrained by Konami, and the last game he did, they literally like held his hands and didn't let him do anything. I feel like he used this opportunity as a way to like kick free and go, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I do what I want. And it backfired, but I think it was something that he needed to do. So I'm hoping now he's gonna say, yeah, now I need to ease up and just do my own thing and make a game now. I'm hoping. But yeah, Death Stranding, not a good measure. Hello, how are you? Death Stranding's not a good measure of whether you would like Kojima games or not. I would suggest maybe try the first Metal Gear. Metal Gear 4 is super convoluted, so that one's hard to follow. But the Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1, it's worth a try. Or the Snake Eater remake, or Twin Snake remake on the GameCube. That's a better judgment of what Kojima can do. But yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. I'm still trying to get myself to like Death Stranding. I'm still not fully invested in it. But I'm trying very, very hard to give it time. I know Kojima is a slow burn rather than a very rapid get into the action like this is. So I'm trying to give it time. I'm hoping that I'll learn to love it. Because everything that I've heard is either you will absolutely think it's the best game or you're going to hate it. For Metal Gear? Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Welcome. That's where I have to go. Why are you going up there? That's where I need to go right now. Right? That's where I need to go. Oh, me too. Okay, so the Metal Gear lore overall, very complicated. Very, very, very complicated. But that would mean you play all the games, and where it gets complicated is how they're all connected to each other. Because, like, there's the 2 games that came out on the MSX, which are, like, top-down 8-bit or 16-bit style games. They're connected to every other story. You play the first game on the PS1, which is Metal Gear Solid, and they make references to what happened in the MSX games. But you don't need to have to play them. And so, hold on a second, I'll answer you in just a second. So they make reference, but you don't need to really know what's going on. The references are more like, oh, I went through this experience, or oh, I met you in that situation. But it doesn't really affect the story. It does get complicated because there's a lot of story that goes on. And so understanding exactly what's going on can be very hard, but you can still get the gist of the story where it's I I don't want to give away anything in case you do decide to try it, but like the bad guy, the twist who he is very easy to figure out. Not figure out, but like it's very easy to understand what they mean. And the whole gist of it is he's got this machine that can carry nukes and could destroy the world, and you're trying to stop him. Like that's the gist of it. Everything else is just flavoring on top, and it gets complicated once you get into like Metal Gear 2, because you're no longer playing a Snake, but you see a guy who looks like Snake, so is that Snake and is it not? Why is he denying it? Then you get into 3, and 3 turns out that it's a prequel, so it's not really 3. And so then it gets really confusing, because the whole time you're thinking you're playing as the Snake you've always seen, but it's actually a prequel, and that's a different Snake. Then you get to 4, and you're back to the original Snake, and now he's an old guy. And it's like, that's where it gets really complicated, but now you're talking 4 separate games, right? But if you're talking one story, it's not that bad. It's complicated, but it's not that bad. I would say something like Dark Souls is far more complex. And Jimmy, you were asking if I was going to get Red Dead Redemption. They're doing a Red Dead Redemption 2 remake, right? Like a remaster or something? Or are you talking about the Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster that I made a video on? Okay, hold on. Is he talking and I'm not actually looking at what I'm supposed to do? So I'm gonna go up these stairs, which takes me here, and then I'm gonna go to the right, which is exactly where she went. Dang it. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna spend $50 on a game that I can literally play for free on the Xbox Series X, which I have already. Oh, Jesus. It's a complete cash grab from Rockstar, and I'm not going to give him my money for that. So it's backwards compatible on the Xbox, not on the PlayStation. I think it might be on the PlayStation, but it's at the proper resolution that the game was released, at the same frame rate that the game was released. Whereas I turned again. I keep turning. Whereas this one that they're making is running at a higher frame rate at 4K. On the Xbox, it is upgraded. Isn't Rockstar their own game? Take-Two... Oh, wait. Take-Two and Gearbox, they're the same company. That's who owns Rockstar, isn't it? Oh yeah, either way, it's still Rockstar in general, right? Like it's run by the CEOs or whatever, but still. Yeah, Take-Two. But anyway, yeah, and it doesn't really matter either way whether it's Rockstar or Take-Two making this decision. If Take-Two owns Rockstar, it's still Rockstar, and it's still Take-Two. Like that is the way. Yeah, but what you're getting suckered into is that's exactly how they pawn off the responsibility, right? Like, look what happens with Blizzard. Blizzard is doing all this crap with WoW, right? And everybody is very, very quick to jump down my throat saying it's not Blizzard, it's Activision. But Activision owns Blizzard, and it is still Blizzard. It may not be who Blizzard used to be, but those people are no longer involved in Blizzard anyway. It's the namesake. It's just a name. But Bobby Kotick, who owns Blizzard, who runs Blizzard, who is the one making the decisions, he's the one doing this. And he knows that people are going to be like, well, it's not Blizzard, it's somebody else, so we're still going to support them. I didn't hear who you said is trying to acquire FromSoft, but that would... I don't know. I haven't heard that. But anyways, that's how they get you, is they're able to pawn off the responsibility by keeping the name to trick people into thinking that that actually matters. Because all that Take-Two, all that Rockstar itself means is it's just the team that's working on the game of developers. But all the decisions are being made by the CEO because they still own the game, right? So it's kind of like if you, I don't know, let's say that you go to like uh, Michigan State University or whatever, and you've got a basketball team and a football team, and the football team is really, really good, and the basketball team sucks. And then I say, man, Michigan State is like Michigan State isn't doing well. Yeah, but that's again at this point the devs. Okay, so sorry, I lost my track because of the voice thing. So like you go to Michigan State, right? And there's a basketball team and a football team, and I can turn around and say that the basketball team really sucks. And then you're going to say, yeah, but it's not the basketball team, it's Michigan State. But it's still the basketball team, right? And Michigan State is in charge. So overall, Michigan State is the problem. But in fixating on like the team itself rather than the whole still being all part of the same group, it's semantics is what I'm trying to get at. I'm having a hard time making sense of it using that example. But like Take-Two owns everything. Rockstar is just the team working on it. They're not actually a company. They're just a team. They're not actually the company. So even though the team may want to do something worthwhile with it, Take-Two still owns it. So in the end, saying that no, it's not Rockstar's fault, but Rockstar is Take-Two, and so it is their fault. It's not the individual developer's fault, but it's still Rockstar, right? It's like if I'm a Twitch streamer and you just came in and said you hate ads, and then you are, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, but it's not my fault, it's Twitch's fault. But I'm on Twitch, so I know that is part of what I do, is the ads are going to be a part of it. If it really was a big deal to me and I wanted to be ad-free, I'd go to somewhere like YouTube and just disable ads. Twitch is still the main problem. It's the same thing with Rockstar and all that. The decisions are still the same. The name Rockstar doesn't mean anything, but it's a really easy way for Take-Two not to take the heat, because Take-Two is exactly, and that's what Take-Two is relying on, is that you will make excuses for the game series that you love that was made by a group that actually cared. And they just keep the name to give the image of, no, this is the group that's gone bad. It's not us, it's the group that went bad. So they can be blamed. So, yes, I agree with you. It is not Rockstar. It's Take-Two that's making these bad decisions. But Take-Two owns Rockstar. So it still is Rockstar making the bad decisions. Where it isn't their fault is it's not the original developers who created all of this. It's not the original Rockstars that did all the original stuff. It's Take-Two doing all this in their name. So it's that whole thing, right? It's like Gearbox or Activision Blizzard, right? When you look at Activision back in the day, they did some really good games, and then Activision Blizzard and Blizzard did some really good games, and then Activision Blizzard is now the company. And they still use Activision and Blizzard as kind of now they go by Activision Blizzard, but it's still that distinction of like Blizzard is things like WoW and Activision is things like Call of Duty, but it's all one company. Yeah, and so then the companies keep the name because they know that you will associate that name with those developers and not with the company that owns them. I've never played Skylanders. I've heard it's very, very good, though. I don't have the key, right? Oh, I do. It just didn't work last time. Oh, there you are. Got it. There's the last mask. Okay. But yeah, there's it's their way of being able to not take blame for what they do, right? It's like Bobby Kotick. When I talk about Activision Blizzard, I talk about Bobby Kotick. I'm not talking about the company itself. I'm talking about Bobby, because Bobby is the scumbag. And Bobby is the one making the decisions. Bobby is the one that's allowing the toxic environment. Bobby is the one with all the microtransactions. But everybody goes Activision Blizzard. Except there's a bunch of developers at Activision Blizzard who are very talented and very passionate. But they're the ones that are getting blamed, even though it's Bobby making the decisions. And so overall, it's Bobby that is the worst part. But he knows that they're not going to blame him. They're going to blame Activision Blizzard. And he's just the CEO. It's not his fault the game was bad. Yeah.
I was worried my
Oh, God. Move it. Where are you? Oh. Wait, I'm dying. Oh, God. Oh, that was kind of hot. I wonder if she smells good or like BO dead body.
You ruined the bastard! My body!
Oh, God, I'm out of bullets.
No! It's a lie! You will not break my
Sorry. I did it. But yeah, that's what these CEOs know. There's a lot of fandoms, and they're not willing to accept. I have never been a huge fan of Lizzo. I've never disliked her. There's never been a fan of her. I haven't followed the drama close enough to have a good opinion on it. The things I've heard are not good, though. They seem very, very hypocritical. They seem very, very toxic. And it just, from what I've heard, that was so loud in my ears. From what I've heard, so I can't say that this is actually accurate, but from everything that I've gathered, my opinion stands right now that it is very typical of very successful people that try to portray... Hello, Slayer, how are you? That try to portray being super positive, super ally-based, you know what I mean? Like for me, like I'm not part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and I don't call myself an ally because I know that I still have things to learn. I know that I still say things that are going to be inappropriate or wrong or might hurt somebody, and I'm not doing it on purpose. It's not like I'm saying these things to hurt people. I'm still learning. I'm not part of the community. I don't know what is appropriate or isn't. But people who try to act like they're super, super allies are usually the ones you have to be the most careful of. And so Lizzo being super, like, woman power, body positivity all the time, it just came off like there was a really good possibility she wouldn't be. And now it seems like she isn't. Which is a very typical story of most people that try to portray some kind of character in that way. So, I don't really have a real deep opinion. I'm just going off of what I've heard. What? Can I feel like there's something back there. But yeah, I don't really have a deep opinion because I'm not following the drama close enough. I'm not really interested in that kind of drama. She's never been somebody that I'm really invested in, so she closed it. How do I open it? But yeah, back to the video game thing. That's one of the things that companies know is that fandoms. Oh, hello, welcome back. One thing with video game companies that they know is that fandoms are very, very toxic. Hello? Oh, that's what it's talking. They're very toxic and they're very quick to attack anybody who talks badly about them. And so, I'll make videos about Nintendo, and the amount of hate I get for hating on Nintendo, despite what I'm saying is just factual, right? Like they do things that are factually wrong, and people will attack me for it because they're fans of Nintendo. Wait, I thought I picked it up. Maybe I didn't. I thought I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up. See? I picked it up. Maybe I... No. Maybe... Oh, don't... No. I'm hoping it didn't glitch. It might have glitched. I don't know. Maybe there's a secret that I have to like trigger to get it to open. Yeah, and like the it's like with everything, right? It's like with racism. I'm Latino, and there are things that I know people who are not racist might say that might be racist. That doesn't mean that they're racist. It's just that they don't know because they've never been in my shoes. They've never seen a circumstance like I have, right? They've never interpreted something from my point of view. Just like I can't interpret something as a black person because I am light-skinned, so I don't get that same kind of judgment. My judgment comes more from my light accent and from my name. And the fact that I look ethnic, just I'm ambiguous. It's hard to know where I'm from. You know, everybody has a little bit to learn when they're not part of the community, and everybody's gonna make mistakes. So I'm 100%. Yeah. Yeah, and then the thing with video games is like, and a lot of gamers are ignorant when it comes to this, and ignorant meaning they don't know any better, so they have really bad takes. But it's not because they're actually, nope, not because they're bad people. It's just they're unable to comprehend how things work. They assume that if a dev worked. So if I put okay, so I gotta put something in here, because if I take this, it closes. Okay, so I gotta put something there to have it not close, or find a different way out. I gotta find a different way out, I think. Is there... anyways, they lack the ability to comprehend. Oh, thank you. Yes, I did pick it up. I picked it up. Yeah, you're right. Menu. So, one thing that a lot of gamers that aren't really vested in learning anything about how the industry works. How do I... There we go. Oh. Thank you. I would have been stuck forever. I wouldn't have remembered that at all.
I should be able to get out.
So they think the devs are the ones that make the decisions, right? Like they think, oh, the devs didn't do a good job. They forget the part that the CEO comes in and gives them the budget, so they have a set budget to work with. It's not like they have endless money. They have timelines where the CEO goes, by this time we need to have a demo out, we need to have a beta out, we need to have a game out, and then they have a set team. The CEO might come in and say, you only have 2 people to work on this, but you might actually need 10. And the CEO says, too bad. So the devs are the ones that did the bad job, but they're not the ones that actually made the decisions that led to the bad job. And a lot of gamers can't connect the two together. They can't disconnect the two. They can't understand that there is a very big difference between the two. They also can't understand that the devs could have every intention in the world to put in good ideas, but if the CEO doesn't want them, then there's nothing that can be done, and hating on the dev isn't going to fix that, because the dev can't do anything that the CEO doesn't want them to. And then, like, when you... Go. Go. Oh, God. Ouch! But fans are very quick to jump on the devs. On top of that, fans that are like part of the fandom are not willing to hold their companies to the fire. You know, If you have a problem with something, a lot of toxic gamers, and I get it all the time, will respond with, that's just the way it is. If you don't like it, then stop gaming. But it shouldn't be that way. So why should I just stop gaming? Why shouldn't we tell them, hey, we don't want this, instead of you continuing to give them money and allowing them to wreck games more? And it's easy because most of these toxic gamers, their mom and dads pay for everything. So of course it doesn't matter that they've wasted $90 because they didn't. Mom and dad did. And so, you know, the reality of it is the CEOs are a big part of why gaming is going downhill, but the gamers themselves are the biggest problem because they're attacking anybody who holds them responsible and are allowing these dev companies to do whatever they want because they like the name of the dev. Yeah. And that's it, right? Like, people will come to me like, what happened? I made a video about something. And somebody commented something along the lines of, what, are you mad you're too poor to afford it? And it's like, do you see in my video how I've got, like, shelves full of video games behind me? And, like, I'm streaming with the PSVR 2, I've got a Quest, I've got a gaming PC, I've got PS5, Xbox. Like, money isn't the concern. The concern is, if I spend my money, I want it to be worthwhile, right? Because I know what it's like to be super poor and to only be able to buy one game, and I want to make sure that other people, when they're in that situation and they buy the one game, it's worth it, and that the franchise that I love doesn't die, right? But these people who are fans are okay with throwing away money because mom and dad paid for everything, and they don't care that the dev company is being destroyed. And it happens a lot with Nintendo content. Nintendo is very toxic towards its gamers. It's very, very much a bully. But Nintendo fans will come after me like you wouldn't believe, forever speaking ill of Nintendo. And the truth is, like, are you stupid? Nintendo's gonna wreck their franchises, and you're gonna let it happen while attacking everybody for trying to stop them from doing that. It's sad. It's really sad, because the real fans are the ones trying to hold these companies responsible. Oh, let me out. She's right there, let me out. Yeah, and that's it. I love Nintendo too, and I think there's a lot of good that they have. You know, I'm not going to deny that they have a lot of pluses above other companies. You know, because Bethesda's happy bringing out a glitchy mess, and Activision Blizzard is happy putting in a bunch of pay-to-win mechanics, and you know, the Call of Duty part of Activision Blizzard is really happy with just re-releasing the exact same game and just putting on a different title and calling it a new game despite it being exactly the same as the last 5 games. Nintendo isn't. Nintendo wants to always revolutionize. Nintendo wants to give you your money's worth. Nintendo wants the games to be high quality when they're released. That doesn't take away the fact that they don't allow people to actually build communities. They don't allow people to advertise their games for free. I get a bunch of people that are like, yeah, me too. I'll get a lot of people that'll comment to me saying streaming isn't free advertising. If they don't want it, then they don't need to. If they want to pay for it, that's up to them. Yeah, and you know, the whole thing is like, but it is free advertising. Somebody argued with me that it wasn't free advertising, and but it is though, because right now, you are sitting here watching me play Resident Evil 8. Capcom didn't pay me for this. Me playing this might make you want to buy this. I've had a couple of people today ask me about the PSVR, questioning whether it's a good system or not. That is free advertising for Sony, because they're not paying me to do this, yet I'm getting eyes on it for somebody to potentially buy it. Nintendo doesn't understand that. They're not willing to understand that. They think that I'm trying to, like, steal their content. Yeah, that's another big thing, is that their games aren't worth the money that they put on it. And in that same breath, they don't lower the price, and they come after anybody who wants to do anything like you know, pirate their games or whatever. Because, like, if I want to play an SNES game and Nintendo doesn't have it for me, there is no way for me to play that SNES game. And Nintendo puts it out, and they still charge a ridiculous price. But if you were to lower the price, I would still give you my money, and you would get my money and I'd get the game. But you keep the price at $70, I don't want to buy an 8-year-old game at $70. I'm going to be much more tempted to pirate it. But if you reduce it down to 35, 40 bucks, I'd be much more tempted to buy your game, a game that you no longer really sell to anybody anyway. But the Nintendo fans will defend them tooth and nail, and so Nintendo can keep doing it because nobody's going to stop them. It's very, very, it's a very frustrating situation, and it really sucks. What's this? Okay, after this, I'm gonna save. Whoa!
You ruined everything!
Sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, I don't think I can save before the boss fight. I guess we gotta do the boss fight. Far, far, far more intimidating in VR. Oh, that is so much scarier in VR. So, sorry, I can't hear anything anybody's saying. Whoa, this is dizzying. Oh my gosh.
Looks like you're out.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear what was being said there for a sec. Yeah, that's all bro has to say, right? Wow, mommy. So are you talking for the hardware that's out of date? Are you talking about the new one that they're working on, or are you talking about the Switch itself?
Matches your insight. Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh. So the Switch itself was... Okay, so you're saying it's as strong as a 2015 PC? No. No. It's far worse than that. Because the Switch was released... we're going on 7 years now? So we're talking 2000... When was the Switch released? 2018? Something like that? It's as strong as like a weak tablet from that era. Like, the Switch is incredibly underpowered. It was already underpowered when it was released. Like, it was already not a good system when they came out with it. One, it was using pre-made hardware that already existed. It was just slightly tweaked. So they had taken an NVIDIA chip that was in their NVIDIA tablet and tweaked it. They overclocked it a bit. But it was still the same chip. They also were using a chip from a tablet that was already a few years old. So it's not a 2015 computer. It was like a 2015 tablet that it was comparable to. What saves the Switch is that it was tweaked and that it's made in a way that is very easy for Nintendo to optimize. So Nintendo is very good at optimizing their hardware. Yeah, and so it was already tweaked, so that allowed them to do a little bit more. It's kind of like Apple with their hardware. Yeah. So if Apple's a really good example of this. A lot of Apple haters will laugh at Apple because they'll say, like, talking phones specifically, they'll laugh at Apple because they'll say Samsung has a much more powerful phone with more RAM, more CPU speed and everything. But the Apple will usually perform better than the Samsung will because the Apple is so well refined because the hardware is so limited. Nintendo is the same way. Nintendo is very, very limited. If you compare it to what was out at the time, it was ridiculously underpowered. But it performed really well, and it's still doing well in comparison to something else that would be the same age at that weakness. Because they're so good at optimizing everything. technically speaking, the PS3 was a very powerful system, but the way they made it was very hard to work with, and it was hard for them to optimize. So it didn't do well for showing how powerful the PS3 was. And so Nintendo doesn't have that problem. Nintendo can take very weak hardware, but they know how to optimize it. They know how to make their devs work well with it. They can make very impressive things on very weak hardware. But it is old, and it was already underpowered when it was released. So by now, it's ancient technology. They need to do something, and a lot of people argue with me that the Switch 2 isn't gonna be coming out soon because they just released Tears of the Kingdom. It's coming out soon. There's no way it's not coming out. The announcement is coming soon. It'll probably be released at the end of next year, would be my guess, like around Christmas time for going into 2025. But it's coming out. The Switch is way too old. It's way too underpowered. My tablet is more powerful than the Switch is. I literally have this gaming PC handheld that is far more powerful than the Switch is. It makes the Switch look pathetic. And it's not much bigger than the Switch. So the Switch needs to update. Now, going to what you just said about Tears of the Kingdom, the only thing I can say about Tears of the Kingdom versus Breath of the Wild is Breath of the Wild was technically a Wii U game that got ported onto the Switch. Tears of the Kingdom is a whole new game built on the Switch's hardware. So it's supposed to be better optimized and capable of more. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, so I can't tell you how different it really is. But that is a major difference, is that one was made on older hardware and this one's made on newer hardware. But I couldn't tell you if it actually made a noticeable difference for people. But yeah, no, Switch needs to be put to sleep, and they need a new system out. And I know Nintendo's doing it. They're milking the Switch because it's still selling. It's still a good system. Handhelds are not everybody's cup of tea, but having the option is very nice and makes it much more easy of a sell for people than a console that you need a TV for. Because the truth is, everybody thinks Nintendo, they think games for kids. And so kids are going to use handhelds more often. So it's just an easy sell. And I personally prefer handheld to sitting at my computer, which is why I like the whole handheld PC thing, because I am happy to be sitting on my couch with my feet up, gaming, versus sitting at the computer, even if it's a reduction in quality. Whoa! I didn't know you could do that. Right? At least I still was in love with them when I was killing them. I'm not in love with you anymore. Killing you doesn't hurt my feelings. I feel like running is so slow. I gotta say, Oh. What the heck? Oh, I have no more bullets, that's why. Run! What are you doing? Oh god! How do I fight this? Oh god! Okay. Where are you? You can't feel this. This is all something that I can't translate properly. But the headset shaking makes them feel so much more intimidating and scary because my whole head's shaking. If you don't know, the PSVR has rumble motors in the headset, so my whole head is shaking as she steps. It's very, very intimidating to feel my whole head shaking, along with the controllers. Oh! Oh, again? I really messed up. I should have gotten a higher clip size for this gun. Aiming down sights is so much easier on this. I love it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, run. Oh, what the heck? Is that it? Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh my god, she's so big! Oh, it's so intimidating. The flies look so big on my screen. I'm not terrored. I feel like a badass right now, actually. Uh-oh. 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 Oh. I couldn't hear what you were saying, sorry. Grab the shotgun, dude. Is that it? Is that it? Oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. So cool. Thank you.
It's cursed.
Walking real slow right now. There we go. You should have put a bag down, man. Haven't you watched Indiana Jones?
Looks like I'm getting out of this place.
That's what happens when you fall in love with me and I break your heart. You turn into a giant monster and try to eat me. What can I say? I'm just that irresistible, I guess. Oh, I was gonna say something. In VR, she is scarier because she's a lot bigger. It's way scarier to see how big she actually is. But you are able to make better shots easier, so it feels less threatening because I can take headshots pretty easily with that sniper rifle. Also, I forgot that feeling. When you get to this point in the game, the first time I played it, when you got to that point, you were so invested in her being the bad guy that you have this moment of like, oh yeah, there's other ones I have to fight afterwards. This game, I think they messed up putting her as the first big bad guy you fight. It should have been the other ones and left her at the very end, because she felt like the most intimidating to me. I've finished that item that was requested. Please deliver it to the house with the red chimney. Go through the caves to the ruins, then down to the village. There we go. Okay. Oh, my hair is probably a disaster, all flattened and all everything. Oh yeah, look at my hair. Look at that crease. Look at that crease and look at my hair. Yeah, I don't think they realized she was gonna be that that popular either. He is badass, but he didn't. I don't even think he was badass. Honestly, I'm thinking about it. I don't even think he was badass. I didn't like him at all. When I played it, by the time I got to him, I was kind of like, he's underwhelming, and like they made him out to be this super scary guy, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel like he earned it. It was more like he's scary because we said so, not because he actually was. Whereas like Lady D, by the end of it, I felt like she was very scary and intimidating, and she had earned it because she hadn't done anything to earn it. Whereas Heisenberg, I felt like we were just told he was supposed to be intimidating because they wanted him to be, and not because he actually had earned it at that point. So I wasn't a big fan of him. I found the fish guy, who was very like pathetic, to be more of an intimidation factor than Heisenberg was. I honestly thought Heisenberg should have been the first, because I felt like he was the worst out of all the characters. I just wasn't a huge fan of his. Hey, Preston, am I at 6.65? Nice. We got up even further. Nice. Hey, Girl Thulu. I saw you were looking over on TikTok. Thank you for letting people know that they couldn't see me. Or that I couldn't see them. Welcome back, Mark Leap. Welcome back. Yeah, I feel like Lady D was... She was the one. Like, she really made it feel intimidating. By the time I got to the other characters, I was kind of like, yeah, but they're not like Lady D. Just Lady D chasing you and constantly appearing in front of you and having her daughter show up, like, that felt very intimidating. Whereas everybody else was just more of like, fine, I'll get rid of you too. I feel like if they would have went the other way and left her till the very end, by that point, I would have felt like a badass, and then having her chase me down would have completely taken all that away. And then I would have felt very intimidated again. Except for maybe the doll person. The doll person being so scary, that was a really good job too. But yeah, I'm having fun. VR makes a really big difference. She is so much bigger in VR. And she is... she's just scarier in VR. You can hear like the surround sound of where she is on your headset. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, Mother Miranda was totally underwhelming. It was very much like Silent Hill 1. If you play Silent Hill 1, by the time you get to the end, you see the final boss, and there's a certain ending you can get where the final boss is like super underwhelming. They're very powerful, but the whole time you're being built up to this like immense evil, and then it's like an angel. And you're just like, oh, okay. It just didn't feel like it earned the fear that they were trying to build up. I feel like the rest of this game does that too. Whereas Lady D didn't have any of the you should be really scared of her. They built her up to be a loser, and she was really scary. Yeah, that's the only thing I would say. But I'm having fun. I'm really, really, really liking it. VR is making a big difference. Anyways, I should stop. Holy crap, it's already 8:30. Oh, I gotta go work in a bit. I will... What day is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I have an audition tomorrow, and I have a really long work day tomorrow. So no stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll be live on the weekend. I'm not sure. If not, I'll be live on Monday for sure. But that's pretty much it from me. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to try to rest up before work because I got to go to work. I have the dinner too. I'm getting kind of hungry. But that's it. So TikTok, let me say goodbye to you first. And like I said, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Yeah, I have an audition. I'm not too worried about it. You know, there's this play in particular doesn't it has like a huge variety of cast. But yeah, no, it's got quite a big variety of cast. But I'm not super concerned about it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. No big deal. I also have a musical audition next month, and that one I'm a little bit more nervous just because I'm not really singing very well right now. But sorry, I'm just like itching my face, holding that on my face. Now my face is like tingly. I have a musical next month that I'm auditioning for. That one I'm more worried because I haven't been singing, but outside of that, I'm not holding my breath for that one either, because there's only like 2 roles that I can potentially do in that one. So, no big deal. It's just more to get myself out there. But who knows? I might get cast, and that would be really cool. It'd be really cool to be in a play. But yeah, so no stream tomorrow because I want to make sure that I'm well rested for the stream and that my voice isn't. Right now, my voice is kind of strained. And then I'll let you all know. I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, maybe I'll be back Saturday or Sunday. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll definitely be back Monday. And that'll be that. So thank you all for letting me know, TikTok, or for hanging out. See you later, TikTok. Thank you all for being here. And Twitch and YouTube. I really appreciate you guys all chatting with me. Everybody who came over from TikTok to Twitch or YouTube, thank you very much for making the migration so you could chat with me. This game's getting really fun. I know for the next little while it's not super scary. Then we get to that dollhouse and that's going to be scary. And it'll be good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will see you all in a day or two. Okay, see you later, everybody.